Have you ever stopped to think about the real power that's packed into your everyday words? Today, we're diving into Lesson 276 from A Course in Miracles, and it's all about this incredible idea that our words can be a key to real healing and transformation. So let's figure out how to unlock that power together. Yeah, let me just ask you this straight up. What if the words you use every day had the power to actually heal? To mend broken relationships, to bring genuine comfort to someone who's hurting. It's a huge idea, right? And that's exactly what we're digging into today. All right, so first up, the power of your voice. And look, we're not talking about giving a big speech or trying to persuade anyone. This is something much deeper. It's about finding this hidden potential that's sitting right there in our normal day-to-day chats and realizing the incredible impact we can have. You see, the core of this lesson is really pushing us to go beyond just being polite or speaking nicely. It's an invitation to see every single word you speak as an actual instrument for change, a tool that can create positive transformation, starting with you and then rippling out to affect everyone you talk to. Okay, so if our words are this powerful tool, then what's the message? What are we actually supposed to be sharing? Let's get right into the heart of Lesson 276 and figure out what it's really asking us to do. The entire lesson really boils down to this one single affirmation. The Word of God is given me to speak. Whoa, I know, that sounds big, it sounds bold, maybe even a little intimidating, right? It sounds like a massive responsibility. So the big question is, what does the Course actually mean when it says the Word of God? And this is so important to get. This is the key. In the context of this lesson, the Word of God has nothing to do with any specific religious dogma. Not at all. It's talking about those universal principles that connect every single one of us. Things like love, forgiveness, and unity. It's really about learning how to speak from that higher, more connected part of ourselves. So what this all comes down to is the idea that you, me, all of us, we can be channels for this truth. We can be the vessels that carry it into the world. And sharing it isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. The lesson frames it as a genuine privilege, and honestly, a fundamental part of our purpose. Okay, that's the concept. I think we get it. But, so what? What's the real-world impact? Why should we care about this on a Tuesday morning? Well, let's talk about that. Let's look at how changing the way we speak can literally start to change our world. So the lesson basically lays out a really clear choice for us. On one hand, we can speak from our default setting, from a place of judgment or ego or fear, and we all know where that leads. Conflict, misunderstandings, walls go up. But on the other hand, we can make a conscious choice to speak from that place of love and unity. And when we do that, that's when we open the door to genuine connection and real transformation. And the significance of making this choice, it's huge. It's not just about one conversation. It starts inside you, right? It aligns you with these higher principles, and that changes your whole inner world. But then it creates this amazing ripple effect. It starts changing your interactions. It touches the people you talk to. And before you know it, your words just naturally become an expression of love and truth. All right, this all sounds wonderful in theory, I get it. But that brings us to the most important question of all. How do we actually do this? How do we make it real? So let's pivot from the why and get right into the how. I've got a practical toolkit you can literally start using today. Okay, so the Course suggests 3 really simple daily habits to get this going. First, when you wake up, just affirm the lesson's idea. The Word of God is given me to speak. Just set that intention. Second, as you go through your day, try to consciously bring compassion into your conversations instead of jumping to judgment. And third, at the end of the day, take just a couple of minutes to reflect or journal about when you felt you really did it. It's just like building a muscle. You gotta practice. And if you want to take it even further, here are 3 little exercises you can try. First, maybe just 10 minutes of silence. You just sit quietly and ask for guidance on what to say or what not to say. Or you could grab a friend and role-play a difficult conversation you need to have. Practice responding with compassion. And hey, don't forget, this isn't just about words. Sometimes the most powerful way to speak this truth is through a simple act of kindness. So really, the whole point of all these practices and exercises is to do one thing. Take this beautiful, kind of abstract spiritual idea and pull it down to earth, to make it real, to turn it into something you actually live through your own voice and your own actions every single day. And that brings us to the end, and to a question that comes straight from the lesson itself. And this isn't a one-and-done question. It's something to carry with you. Simply ask yourself, how can I become more aware of all the little opportunities I have each day to speak from a place of love? It's a beautiful challenge, right? And I think it's the perfect thought to leave you with. Thanks so much for joining me for this one.